school that we'd like. We worked in groups to decide 3 things we'd like to keep about our school, 3 things we'd like to get rid of, and 3 new things we'd like to introduce.
The three good things about the school we think are the laptops, the carpets, and the ICT sort of free period wing on computers.
The 3 bad things are RE, the one-way system, and
the West Block toilets. And the shaded area, don't forget that one.
The 3 new things we'd like to introduce are better computer facilities, more choice in PE,
and an underground corridor.
Carpeted floor.
That quite obviously was a tile floor, and it made a lot of noise and was very cold and unwelcoming, and even that got bits of chewing gum stuck to it, and then it even looks sort of even worse with it stuck to it. And quite obviously it was very noisy and bad, and there were a lot of children in there.
Our second bad point is religious education, the lesson that we feel is not really needed. Here is an idea of what a religious education lesson might be like. As you can see, religious education lessons are excruciatingly boring, and I apologise for having to film this graphic more than once, but I'm afraid most of my team members aren't here for this one, so it's just me on my own this time. But I think I've demonstrated already just how boring RE lessons can be, and even though many people pay attention and get good grades in this area, it's still a very, very boring and dull lesson. Our next bad point is the shaded area. Here you can see the shaded area, and as you can see it is not all that shaded. On the top it is covered with wire mesh which hardly stops the rain at all, or even any cold breezes. There's nothing around the edges to stop any sort of wind or foul weather getting to us, so it's not very shaded. This I feel is why they decided to have a name it contest, because the name at that moment was inappropriate. So the name was changed to the Millennium Gardens. No one actually uses this name, and I can't particularly see why. It may be because we're in the year 2001 and it's no longer really a millennium anymore, but my suspicion is that just because people want to give the impression that it is shaded.
Another one of the good points is the laptops, which at the moment are here in C10. They've all recently been brought, and they're all quite high specs, and so they help a lot with work in different classrooms which don't usually have computers.
Another good point about the school is the ICT lessons where we have a chance to use the computers outside of lessons to do any homework or any other work we'd like to do. Here is one of the ICT rooms.
This is another one of the bad points about our school, the one-way system. It doesn't allow you to go certain ways through the school.
If you want to get to one classroom, you have to go all the way around the school, past the classroom that you want to go to actually get back to it. It makes no sense at all.
It's because the school was originally designed for less people than it now has, so it's harder to get this amount of people through the school.
It's also designed to have more room around the staff area for the teachers, because no one's actually allowed around the area where the hall is at all.
Oh no, I forgot my pencil case. Oh no. Here we're doing the footage for the underground corridor. It doesn't actually exist at the moment, but we'd like to demonstrate what it would be like if we did introduce it in. We'd like it because it would be a lot warmer, it'd be a lot quicker to get there, and you could probably have vending machines or perhaps meetings down there, and it'd be very useful as a way of getting straight from the hall straight into the south block without any rain or any problems at all. As you can see, it's not quite finished yet, but it should be good when it's done.
Well, another bad point is the West Block toilet. Another bad point is that there's not enough choice in PE.
There's only about 3 or 4 choices, and we don't think that's enough. We'd like to have some more modern sort of alternatives to what we've got at the moment.
These could include things like boxing, wrestling, and many other sports.
And for both boxing and wrestling, we could set up a ring in the middle of the gym.
Which would be quite fun. Right. The boxing leg goes something like this.
This is the end of our recording.
We hoped you enjoyed our school-like presentation.
Even though we didn't manage to include all the points we'd like.
What took you so long?
I was stuck in the one-way system.
Typical.
Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed the presentation we came up with. We hope it's good, and we hope you get a good mark for it.
And I scribble it out.